Hi, Russ. How are you? Thanks for coming on again. We appreciate it. Will we ever end the eviction ban? Will we ever end these emergency programs, which I suspect the progressive left woke Democrats want to make permanent everywhere? What's your take on that?
Yeah, they're clearly trying to take a bad proposal that was put in place in a particular time when we were in an economic shock, when we were dealing with a pandemic, and they're trying to turn it into entitlement. And you know, as well as I do, this proposal never really clothed itself in glory, and this is needed to go away at some time, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going away, that the Democrats are just turning this into an entitlement.
As I recall, you and I, among others, we didn't like this because we didn't like the CDC running housing policy. At least give it to the housing secretary, who was the great Ben Carson. I mean, this was an emergency idea, but this is an idea whose time should have come and gone.
Right, and that's the point. We're 11 months into this, and at some point we have a vaccine that's at work. We have people coming back to work. We have the economy getting back to normal. This is the time for a temporary policy that was meant to be able to deal with a true crisis, to let it go and not become an entitlement. What is the principle behind people who own buildings, who are landlords, who are in a crisis as well, to be able to dispense free rent to another group of people? There's no principled basis, and both sides are hurting to some extent. The best thing for both of them is to get everyone back to normal, get them what they need with regard to the vaccine, and get this economy rolling again.
But you know, Russ, I kind of classify this and overly generous unemployment benefits and other welfare programs that have no work requirements. I see this as a bundle of programs that essentially say you don't have to work, that we will pay you not to work, or we will, reward you or let you get by without paying rent. None of this stuff has work written into it. None of this stuff has employment incentives written into it.
That's the great danger, and that's the great danger to our society and our civilization, is that what was needed and what was given and provided in a true emergency becomes something that ends up providing long-term dependency that changes not just our country, but the people who were intended to benefit from them. And it's sad, and it's something that I think is so important for policymakers to get right, to have them removed and insert work back into the equation.